Hi guys, thank you again for tuning in. So today I just want to do a video about word soon Paul from CEO to YouTuber. Um, so we all know that Paul was, he used to be a CEO of I think hospital, and then so I don't want to kind of but I just want to, we all know the story, so we don't want to, talk about that. He did something and then he got in trouble, but for me, it's already been done. He paid for that, whatever that is, and we kind of, people should get a chance to move on. And what I'm trying to say that when this video it was Sun Paul from CEO to YouTuber. That doesn't mean to kind of try to insult him or anything like that. It just it's for me it's like a compliment, because we all know that here on people doing YouTube, some of them are have been had a great career before, and for some reason, maybe some of you or some of us have retired and decided just to have something, a platform, to share your experience. Hey, you know what? I have known that in the Philippines, there's a lot of celebrity who used to be very famous, and of course they get old, and then they're not as famous anymore. So they decide to be a YouTuber to so the people still can see them, and they can still make some money. So why not? So anyway, what I want to talk about is about Paul. He's been doing a couple of video, like 800. You can live on an 800 budget, $800 budget in the Philippines. Uh, for me, I have always said that strongly that if you are making, if you're, let's say, if you have 1,000 a month budget, you probably better off just live in wherever you are, either in state or UK or Australia, instead of going to the Philippines, because it's going to be very hard. I'm an Asian guy, and have to be very honest with you. I would be petrified to be living on a 1,000 budget. Uh, why do I say that? Because it's just simple. I never make the I never been on a budget for for a long time, so that will be very scary. But I have no choice. I have to go with the with the plan. I have to go on the budget. Unfortunately, but I was just saying that being an Asian, I'm more, I can live on very simple life. Let me just give you a couple of example why I say that. I'm not talking about this is not about race or something like that. But maybe, yeah. What I'm trying to say, okay, let me just give my point. Let me just share that I go to, like, let's say I get a haircut maybe every 3 or 4 months, and every time I go there to the barber, of course they're going to cut a lot of hair, on me. But then I'll see American, usually come in, and then to my surprise, like, do this guy need a haircut? His hair is so short. It's like, they're getting haircut like 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, every 3 or 4 weeks, while I do haircut every 3 or 4 months. That's what I'm trying to say. My expense is much cheaper than if you're gonna compare to the American people. That's what I just noticed. I'm talking about the men's. And the women's, forget about it. I mean, the women has to go to the hair salon like every week. So they do have to do the nails, all those things. So that's why I'm saying the budget for for like a foreigner or American will be higher than for Asian people like me. So for me, if you're going to put me on a 1,000 budget, kind of, it will be scary because one thing I never do budget for a long time. I don't know since when did I start have a budget on myself. So, but I just try to figure it out. I try to for what I'm saying is you worked hard. We all work hard for all our life, and then once you retire, you want to be comfortable. But having said that, what about those people, who's on those kind of budget? What about them? Especially now, situation here in the U.S. is it's getting very hard. Let's just say, like Paul was saying, he did the two video, or at least two recent video about living on 800 a month in the Philippines, right? So let's just say, um, if you have that kind of let's say from whatever, from retirement, from pension or social security, if you have 800 a month, if you in the US, you probably most likely, if you don't own a home, you probably are homeless if you are getting 800 a month. Let me know if I'm wrong. Just let comment below if I'm wrong. So, because I watch a lot of other, YouTuber, video that, kind of focus on the homeless people, and then some of them are on Social Security. They're giving some of them even getting like 1,000 something like that, and they were homeless because they were they were in LA in a big city, so there's no way you can afford to the rent, just the rent alone, it's like probably 3 or 4 thousand in those big city. So how can you, if you are receiving like 1,000 a month, there's no way you can be able to rent a home. So chances you are homeless. So what I'm trying to say, if you are in those category, like if you're getting, let's say 800, you would rather would you rather be homeless in the U.S. or be maybe in the Philippines or in other Asian country? So that's why after watching Paul video and also other blogger, even though I kind of against I don't want to encourage people like to go to the Philippines when they are like making getting like less than 1,000, because it's going to be tough. You are just like one thing can if just one thing go wrong, you probably going to be in a very bad shape. You're going to be in trouble. So what I'm saying is, if you are don't have, like, especially if you don't have a savings, and then you are on like 1,000 or 800 a month budget, it's going to be you got to have have some backup plan. You got to have a backup plan, or maybe some family can help you in case you get into trouble. So anyway, what I want to also discuss, what I like about the video that I just saw on Paul. He did not say that you can live on an 800 budget and show you like this is how I live. No, he said for him personally he cannot do it, but he have seen other people, other expat in the Philippines, and he mentioned like he has seen like a 10 or 20 people were living on that kind of budget. So it's a proven that it's working to some, but you have to be very disciplined. Like you have to almost live like a Filipino, like eating rice, those type of things. Maybe rami. Um, Anyway, so I want to go through the comment, because as you know that I always like to read the comment. And then this one right here said, I live in a small province town, near the beaches. They have a 3 bedroom. Uh, this is just fascinating me. And then he even have a 3 German Shepherd to give him security. And then he has a partner. no kids. They live on 650 a month. I find that kind of uh, fascinating. I don't know how they were able to do that. So I mean, you know, I don't think he's lying. Because other people also commenting. They were living on a very small budget, and they were saying this one said as a vegetarian on modest budget, uh, asking Paul, where can he live on the 6 to 800? So Paul suggests Thailand or Cambodia. Yeah, with Paul, he seems to be very knowledgeable, in Asian country and also not only in the Philippines, but just based on the reply, he's and also advice that he's giving um, the people, you can tell that he was very knowledgeable. When actually when they have a fallout in Dumaguete, I tried to reach out to Paul because I was very interested in him. But he at that time, he said, no, no more, no more, no more collaboration. Yeah, he said, I'm done with that. But really, at that time, because when I found out that he was the CEO of a hospital, I want to, maybe ask him more about the healthcare, topic, like, for I mean, we all gonna need healthcare uh, sooner or later. All gonna need it. So for me, I feel that with his knowledge, in the healthcare industrial, he can be a very big help. If he can share, like what to do. That like the doctor, the hospital, or is there something that help that people can get. Let me just give you an example, okay? Um, I don't know much about the healthcare. All I know is that it's way too much. It's way too expensive. But I want to share my personal experience. Many years ago, I think like maybe 25 years ago, uh, you know, one day I believe was my daughter. She was still a toddler. I had to take her to emergency room, and then they just check on her. I think like a high fever, something like that. Uh, it's not. It's just like what do you call that? Not you don't. It's not. It's not like she doesn't have to stay. uh, it just go to the emergency room, and then they check on her, and then they eventually let us go home. Um, at that time, this was like 25 years ago, and unfortunately, I just left my job, so I was unemployed. All right, but I have other. I was applying at other position. So when that happened, I remember I got a bill. I don't know if I got the bill or I went to check the hospital because I'm a guy very I'm always like wants to be one step ahead. I don't like to owe money, so I could be wrong if I went there or I got the bill. Anyway, the bill was 2,500 or 2,200, right? That's a lot of money. Like a 20, 25 years ago. So, and then I was not working at that time. So I went to the hospital. I went straight to the accounting department. I was going to ask them a favor. I said, I went there. Actually, I was complaining about the bill because I was trying to compare. I said, this is like overcharge. We did not even stay, but the bill came 22,000 something. And then I was like, I said, just look at this. They give you Tylenol. Tylenol, they just like 25, uh, like a piece of Tylenol is like $25. Well, I remember this vividly because I was complaining to the accounting department. I said, when I go to the doctor, or my personal doctor, he charged like a $5 for like one Tylenol. That's already considered very expensive, but here you charge like 20 or 25. I was complaining about that. And they say, you know, basically one each of the charges. I was like complaining, and the accountant was very very nice. The accounting department was so nice, and they say, I understand, but because you are paying for, the reason the bill is high because you're paying for other people that who cannot afford. When they told me that actually, I was there, I could not afford to pay that bill actually. I was there, I was asking the accounting department, I say, unfortunately, I'm not working right now, but I'm a good person, always, I'm a conscientious, I'm very, I just, could we maybe, can you give me like a payment plan because I'm just tight right now? And then the lady I was talking to, she said, "Oh, so you're not working right now?" I said, "No." And she said, "Oh, okay, all right, don't worry about it." I said, remember I was new. I was just immigrant here. I just landed like a couple of years ago. Uh, I was very new. I don't know anything about these things. So she said, "Okay, don't worry about it." And I said, "What do you mean? How are you going to do this?" I was concerned. And she said, so you said you're not working right now. I said, "Yeah, I'm not working right now." So okay, don't worry about, we'll take care of the bill. We will just, like consider it, paid, something like that. I could not remember exactly what exactly the exact word she said, but basically like she was saying like that, and I was like, "Oh, okay," but you know, I was not very like I did not react like, "Oh, thank you so much," in something like that, because I was in doubt. Like, I don't know. She said it's okay. I said, "Okay, all right, oh, thank you." I was like that, not very what considered grateful or something. I just don't know how to react at that time. So I left, and I was like, went home. I told my wife, she said, "That's what I get." I was trying to get a payment plan, and she said not to worry about it. Let's see what happened. And hey, voila. So basically, they did not let me pay. It's like a 2,000 something. It's not a government hospital. It's a private hospital, but I know that hospital has like wealthy people with donating. I don't know if it's a nonprofit. I'm not quite sure, but that's what happened. Why I was sharing this? So I was sharing this like what at that time when that happened, I said to myself, see, they did not let me pay. So I'm sure I'm not the only one. And here I am. I'm being honest. I told them, the truth. But what if other people were taking advantage? Like, they know the system. They would just say, "Hey, I'm not working right now, so I'm not going to pay for it." Of course, they're not going to say I'm not going to pay for it. They want to just get a write off, something like that. Um, yeah, that's why I was, like, want to talk to Paul at that time, like, maybe you can share something that, like me, I don't know anything about, the healthcare system. All I know is broken here in the U.S. It's broken. If you don't have health insurance, and then you have something come up, you in big trouble. I mean, in big trouble. So that's why I reached out to Paul, but at that time he just had has a kind of has a breakup with some friends in used to be friends in Dumaguete. So anyway, uh, so that's why I said Paul, for me, is very he's very knowledgeable. When somebody's very knowledgeable, that's you want to talk to and get some of the experience, like what he's doing right now. Let's see. And one said, I know 800 is doable, but I will have to give. I would to go with like 1,000 for the lowest. You know, this is from Frank Ellis, who said that, and then somebody mentioned about in Germany. In Germany, you get like a euro 500 a month. I know. I think euro is higher than the dollar, right? I can be wrong. Yeah, I think slightly. He did mention it's about 503 euro money, and then that's convert to about $535. Just $30 more, and then that they give you 500 plus they give you the rent, health insurance, and heating costs. So that's a lot better than I guess here in the U.S. So and then here's it. Let's see. Oh, this is what I like. This comment said, "Hey Paul, not on the topic, but does YouTube pay you for advertising that play before and after the video start?" He was just curious because he feel like he doesn't want to watch the ad. But if YouTube is paying Paul, he would he would probably try to help him watch it. And then this is a good response from Paul. He said they do, but feel free to jump ahead or stop. Thank you. You know, I like that. That response. Like because some other blogger will say, hey, you know what? Appreciate it if you watch the ad. Some even tell you, please let the ad run. You don't even have to be there, or you don't have to watch it. I don't know. That's kind of very, that's kind of dishonest. I guess. Uh, let's see here. So in the U.S., 800 a month will either get you a spot on on a friend's sofa or 10 on the sidewalk. That's so true. That's so true. That's why I don't know. Would you say a change of heart on my part? No, but the one I'm saying, if I want to advise people, I would still advise people that if you making 1,000 or less, it's much better. Just stay in your country. But if your situation is so bad, like if you are almost homeless or homeless, hey, may as well take a chance, right? Take a chance, and then you will be better off. You will be better off in the Philippines than to be probably on the street in those big city in the U.S., right? So yeah, if you are in a very tough position situation, yeah, why not? One night, why not give Philippines a chance, and then you will be have a much better life in the Philippines with that 800. So there you go. And then let me know your thought on this video. Thank you again for watching. Take care. Stay safe. Bye bye.